Sweet, lovely, wonderful. We'll give it a minute to see what's out there. Interesting. Interesting. I came to the park today. There's a water fountain somewhere. You know, those flowers. Water fountain. Somewhere in there. You can hear it. You can hear it. And the park's not too busy today. Maybe that's just the timing. Sat on the swings with some cool kids. Party on. Hello, how are we? What are we up to? Cute. Fine. It's beautiful out. I'm supposed to take these off so you can see my eyes. And put them again. Back over. My friends, I know I always come on here to pull cards, but it ties into breath constantly. Um, and I think the goal of yoga is ultimate union, and I think yoga is a form of meditation, and meditation is a form of yoga, and that ultimately every moment will become a meditation, a walking meditation, a living meditation, and everything becomes a mindful and intricate and intertwined part of life. And given the current state of everything and how reactive and intensely everybody is feeling, and lashing out in, um, I've noticed that the spiritual community loves to take in the good and spit out the bad for everybody else. What another way that spirituality has been colonized in the same way that even expats leave the mess to clean up for the indigenous folk, as always. Um, and we are doing that with our energy. We are doing that with our intentionality, even selfishly so. And so I urge you to consider that perhaps when we meditate, we understand one thing first and foremost, preliminary, and that is that we are love. In beautiful words of Elder Pat McCabe, Lakota Elder Pat McCabe, um, the indigenous folk understood ourselves as love. And then colonizers came and they understood themselves as sin. And that's transferred into our own spiritual practices now because we refuse to look into the shadows and refuse to acknowledge duality. And we breathe in the good and we breathe out the bad and seek love and light, failing to recognize that we are it's love itself, and that we are in fact light. I think people that only stick to the love and light are in fact shadow, and they fail to look at themselves. But so with that, may we understand ourselves as love, and step away from the colonizer understanding of ourselves in sin. And I urge you to practice with that knowing, with that radiance of love in you, that initial natural understanding in you, what it must be like to face the darkness of the world, to take it in, to hold it in your heart, so that what you release out into the world is in fact more whole, uh, is in fact pure intentionality, is in fact pure compassion, pure love, because it is from you, rather than severing a dead limb. Theory is undefeated. Fun, thanks. So what I would like to do is be able to come on here and regularly practice some breath work and meditation with y'all, so that we can get very keen about the wind in our bodies and the way that it is talking. And so, if you're here with me, my friend, um, take a moment wherever you are. If you are en route, please don't close your eyes. But if you are in a comfortable space and you know where you are going, then by all means, lighten your eyelids or loosen them, or even blur them. Blur your focus just enough so that you are aware, but nothing is finite. And regardless of any practice, some things that I absolutely always do is recognize the land, whether that be placing your hand on a tree or on the earth, whether that be silently or aloud, thanking the land for its history and the people that have been here before. I myself practice on Kikapui, Potawatomi, Maiamiasu land, among many others, actually, among many, many others. Chapusa, Tamaroa, Cahokia. And with them, I practice out of love for myself, out of desire for truth, and for the benefit of all beings. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling it travel down your throat and make space in your chest. Hold it for a moment, letting your heart throb, and exhale with ease and relief. Inhale through your nose, letting it trickle down your throat, entering the space in your chest. Hold it there for a moment for your heart to beat, and allow that beat to release that breath with peace and ease. Inhale through your nose, taking in all of the strength and all of the weakness that you see around you. Understand it as vulnerability and humanity. And exhale with understanding and patience. Inhale through your nose, taking in the breath through the throat into the cavity of the chest, holding it for a moment, allowing your heart to beat and fill this thought with love, whether it be good or bad. And exhale with ease. Inhale through your nose, holding frustration or anxiety or anything that may be on your mind, in your chest, in your heart for a moment, allowing the heartbeat to fill it with love. And exhale, not sending your pain out into the world, but sending your healing. Inhale your insecurity. Hold it in your heart. Show it understanding, show it love, show it forgiveness. Thank it for keeping you humble. And release it into the ether because it is no longer needed. Inhale through your nose. Slowly like sipping breath, like sipping wind, feeling it fill your body beyond your chest cavity. Hold it in your heart for a moment, acknowledging the strength that lies there alone. And exhale, sending that love out into the world to quantify, to magnify, to multiply. Inhale through your nose, taking in worry, doubt, pain, and rage. Hold it in your heart, recognizing the tension and softening around it. And exhale in that softness, like a gentle caress to every throbbing, angry feeling around you and in you. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling the way that it grounds your body. Holding it for a moment, reminding yourself of presence, and exhaling, sending all of your doubt and worry through love, through the lens of love, into a more healed perspective. Inhale through the nose, all that stresses you or worries you, filtering it through the nostrils and membranes, holding that tension and allowing your heart to beat ease and rhythm and patience into those feelings, so that when you exhale, it is not your discontent that enters the world and the ground, but your peace and your ease and your sense of knowing that feeds the earth. Inhale through your nose, noticing how all of those angering feelings don't boil up as heavy, but you hold it to your heart still, allowing that warmth and coolness to temper. And you exhale, feeling ease and space where there was tension. Inhale through your nose, feeling the weight of the breath travel down the spine and into the hips, rooting you into space, holding your presence for a moment, and exhaling presence and identity and understanding into the atmosphere around you. Inhale through your nose, accepting all distractions, laughter, any upset, holding it in your heart, letting it peek through nostalgia, romanticizing even, and exhale the brighter side of you, the best version of you. Inhale through your nose, feeling the breath travel into your chest cavity and your shoulders, holding it in your heart, allowing blood to pump through any tension, through any doubt, worry, or stress. So releasing the breath through the mouth travels with ease. Inhale your doubt and insecurity. Hold it in your heart to pump blood into knowing, and exhale through your mouth, sending the highest version of you into your aura and the aura that is perceived. Inhale through your nose, taking in horns and sirens and noise, holding it to your heart for a moment to release judgment with love as you exhale. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it in your heart for a moment, recognizing that your light is as bright as the sun may be today. And exhale through the mouth, knowing that even when the moon rises, you will still be bright and stable. Inhale through your nose, feeling the breath travel farther down the spine into the limbs. Hold it in place, feeling your breath as palpable. And exhale with a sense of knowingness that you are here, that you are alive. Inhale through your nose, feeling it open up the gateway of your throat. Hold the breath in the chest with the heart so that it may be loved. And exhale through the mouth, sending your most positive and loving self into the earth, into the leaves, into the trees. Inhale through your nose, understanding that you are loved. Hold the thought in your chest, allowing light to surround it, to define your shadows more fully so that they may be accepted. And exhale with full acceptance and wholeness of self. Inhale through your nose, reminding yourself that your love knows no bounds. Hold it and allow it to travel. And exhale, directing it to the earth and to everything around you. Inhale through your nose, letting the breath open up the throat, holding it in your chest, allowing any remaining or lingering thoughts or frustrations or stresses of what may be awaiting you to sit with your heart and be shown some love, be held, and be released with understanding and discernment rather than judgment. Inhale through your nose, recognizing your capacity for impatience when you are outside of yourself. Holding your breath inside of your heart, you recognize how pleasurable it is to be embodied. And you exhale patiently and with ease, and with knowing that your patience also knows no bounds when you are, in fact, embodied in breath and mind, in spirit and in earth. The mind influences the space, influences the spirit, and influences the earth. O Tanato, O Tlanato, Atanato, Gato. Allow your breath to make its rhythmic movements into a natural state as you begin to place your body back in a waking state as you open your eyes or as you clear your gaze. Notice the way your body presses against anything that is around you, any chair, any cushion, any bus seat, any ground or earth, a tree, maybe even. And recognize where you meet and intersect, and perhaps gain some subtle awareness of how those things interact so that you may take in and also give in equal measure. Thank you for breathing with me. Ito, sila, for one final grounding measure to fully be back in the body. You can never underestimate a good um, uh, the sun looks brighter, don't you think? Thank you so much for the roses and the gifts. Appreciate you. Prideful threads just for you, absolutely. I'd love to know how you'll feel and if that little breath break was just what you needed. It sounds like it was for some of you. And I'll see you soon because nothing like a little breath date, huh? Anyway, I appreciate you guys a lot, but I think it's time for me to blow this popsicle stand and get on with the rest of my day. Find other beautiful places to breathe, perhaps, and take it in for all the rage and frustration and lashing out and what have you. Stay grounded, stay centered. Do not let the outside stimuli dictate how it is that you feel inside or how it is that you are moving through. And with that, I bid you adieu. Until next time, I'll catch you on our next breath date. Hey. You're awesome. Thank you. I hope you got to catch that breath work bit. But if not, I will be posting it anyway soon. And I will be back to do more later. So I wish you well. Have a beautiful day. Look, the water's out. Can you see it? Can you see it? Woo! Good stuff. Good stuff. Are we general meditators? Cool stuff. Love it. We're just doing some breath work in the park with some people and reminding people just how patient they can be. You know, really crazy world. Meditation helps a ton. Breath work helps a ton to mitigate stress. It's very funny. I feel like uh, for as much as people want to consider what's happening as martyrdom, it's not. It's not, but it is very much evident who's choosing what timeline as things shift. And I've noticed that I choose neither. And so I choose to sit here and take in all of that bullshit and hold it in my heart because our ancestors understood us as love and the colonizers understood us as sin. And so instead, I'll take it all in and I'll hold it in my heart and pump some blood to it and release it to the earth in a way that will balance out all of the war that is on all of our minds. And it is my hope that you will join me and that we can amplify together. So come back soon. I'll be posting this one soon. But the park's getting busy now. Oh my. Not really. There's just been a few people. Just a few. But now there's too many kids for me to climb a tree without kind of getting mad at me. or to like rock out on the swings without a parent getting mad at me. Very funny. I got a lot of compliments on this outfit today. Woo. Okay. Well, I shouldn't even be on the ground with these pants. Ugh. Do we want to see the fit check? Can we? Let's see. If I put you on the ground, tuck my shirt back in. Fit check. Fit check. Fit check. Woo! We dig the fit. We dig the fit. Sweet. Sweet. Cool. I'm glad. I'm glad we're into it. I really like this outfit. I know it's not a thing to like cut sleeves off or button up shirts, but it's my thing. It's my thing. And I had and some pretty slick sunglasses too, so I've been walking around all day. No wonder people stare at me, huh? I try not to think too much about it now. The last time I was I remember I walked into work, an old job, and I was like, I don't know why the fuck somebody was staring at me like they had a problem. Like I had something on my, what did I say? Staring at me like I had something on my fucking face. And the person that I was talking to laughed and was like, gee, it's almost like you have something on your face. And I do. I have quite a bit on my face. I forget, honestly. I forget. My baby hair will not stay where it needs to, though. It's not really baby hair, it's just very long hair. Right, yeah. I love how I was like so frustrated, and in actuality, it's like, you got a lot of shit going on, and some people just have never fucking seen it before. Granted, some people for sure are rude. Some people are just curious. Like kids. Kids stare because they're curious. Kids stare because they think it's cool. Adults stare because they're like, you're the devil. Yeah, I think people just don't realize what the heck they're doing with their eyes. It's kind of a currency thing. And in the same way that people don't understand self value or inner value outside of like just like dollar value, in the same way that people don't understand uh, like not somatic, but like emotional value, sentimental value, versus again dollar value or asset value. The same occurs with eye contact. The same occurs with eyes. And I love how Adam's saying this. Like making eye contact with the sunglasses is definitely like a shield. Um, but we can be very mindless with our attention. And that is also why I think important meditation is so important. Because I absolutely acknowledge people when they're super fly, but I don't stare because I know it makes people uncomfortable and because it would make me uncomfortable. And because I understand that it's a value thing. Sensorily, people can feel that they're being watched, and all particles behave differently when they are being observed. So it's kind of rude, and and we have to be mindful about those things, and we have to be mindful about the ways in which we relate and create eye contact in those situations as well. Obviously, I know for neurodivergence, it's very difficult in some contexts, and you'll notice that with me and reading, is I tend to be all over with my eyes. But yeah, it's definitely a currency thing that we ought to be more aware of. Awareness goes a long way. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you resonate with that. Sometimes my opinions are just a little bit out there for people. Surprise, surprise, like the rest of me, huh? All right. Well, I'll be done ranting now. I'm gonna go practice back bends in the park, I guess. Bye.